be really cool to like be in sync. And you, Bianca, as you are the coordination with me, as you're doing the coordination with me, I'd love support in all these events that I am going to be mentioning. So,
Yes, of course.
okay. Twitter. I am going to. Is this on Giveth the space? Perfect. So it's this one. Okay, perfect. Copy link to tweet. And mental health as a public good. And who's marrying today, Bianca?
It's my mom's cousin.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay. Okay, it's today. So
Angie just answered me. She said that she has her reminder on. So I'm assuming she's going.
to the Twitter space. Okay, perfect. So yeah, today we have these 3 events where we will be participating. The first one is this one that is a presentation about conflict management in DAOs for Weaver DAO. It's really cool that we are sharing our message with multiple communities, and I think it's something that we need to focus a lot on, because we need more people to know what we're doing, so that we can have more people requesting our services.
Good morning.
Hello, Araujo.
Hello, Juan.
Well, yeah, I was telling Bianca that today is going to be a really coordination focused call, because we have 3 events where we're going to be participating today, and it's cool if any of you can join us. We are going to have an event at Weaver DAO in 2 hours. Weaver DAO, I am going to send you the invite link. I think that you have to ask for a role, so please do the verification if you want to assist to this event. And I was telling Bianca, here's the invite link in the notes of this call. I'll also paste the notes of this call in the chat. So yeah, we will be having a presentation at Weaver DAO in 2 hours. I was saying, Bianca, that it's good to have these kind of presentations, because we need more people to know what we are doing. And for that, I will be using these slides that are like the most generic presentation that I can make for like a community that don't know what is gravity. So here I'm talking about conflict management, and these slides are a little bit old. So if any of you want, you can also add and update them. Maybe, Bianca, I think that there's not so much content around mental health here. So if you want to, you can send me something or edit or add it to these slides from the slides that you've done, so that we can have more around mental health in these slides. But yeah, this is the presentation that I normally do, and it's open for anyone. Hello, Baida. How are you?
Hello. Okay.
Great. Nice to meet you. This is the Gravity Working Group, and we focus on raising awareness and providing services around conflict management and mental health and trust creation. So, in this call, we are talking about some of the events that we have today and some of the events that we will have next week, so that we are all aware and that we can all support these events as a group. So, the first one of these events will be in 2 hours in the Weaver DAO Discord, and we will be talking about conflict management in DAOs. And I was sharing that this is like the standard presentation that I am making for these talks, but I think it would be really cool to not be only me talking and making this presentation. So if any of you want to contribute to this presentation, yeah, I'll be really happy for your contributions.
Juan, I don't think I have those slides.
Okay. Maybe this is the one that talks a little bit more about psychology, so I will try to add it and to add it to the presentation. Empathy is the key. Empathy is the key here. The link to these slides, I will be pasting this here in the chat of the Discord.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is the first event that we have in 2 hours. Then right after, this is for the Spanish-speaking community, we will be having the intro to token engineering in Spanish. As you know, here in the Token Engineering Commons, we are very aligned with the Token Engineering Academy, and the Token Engineering Academy understands token engineering as a transdisciplinary field that is not only like the hard sciences of math, economy, and stuff like that, but also and coding, but also like the human side, because we understand that tokenized systems are very complex. So we are going to be participating in this intro to token engineering in Spanish, and distributes in many senses, because we get to inform token engineers since the beginning of the importance of having conflict management in their projects. And also we get to touch base on them, raising the awareness of this is as something important. And at the same time, it's for the Spanish-speaking community that it's also a minority. I am from Colombia, so this also is very interesting because DevCon is going to be here in Colombia, and the token engineering fundamentals, that is the course that the Token Engineering Academy will be delivering, will be launched in or like around DevCon. So we are like inviting all the Spanish-speaking community to this event. For the people who want to know about the token engineering fundamentals. I'm not finding it. Fundamentals. See, fundamentals. Oh no, it's the medium. Well, I am going to search for it in a moment. Oh.
Do you want the study groups? The link for the study groups?
No, they have an article. Okay, I'll look for it and I'll send it. They have an article where they explain the full of the token engineering fundamentals course. I think in the registry, is it? I am going to search for it in a moment. Okay, this is the press sign up, so I found it. it's important if you want to make this course, the TE Fundamentals, the first comprehensive education and certification program in token engineering, to fill this sign up form. So I already did, and I plan to take the TE Fundamentals course. I think it will be really cool, and I see Gravity taking a lot from the TE Academy, because as this is the first comprehensive education and certification program in token engineering. We are also a certification program in conflict management for DAOs. So somehow we are also like in that educational realm and in certification. And it's really cool. For people to get to know more about token engineering, I will be taking this course also. Oh, you find it. Thank you. You found it. It's this one. It's this one, the token engineering fundamentals. And for example, it has the curriculum, crypto economic systems, the engineering design process, introduction, computed aided governance, and all this will be super interesting. So this will be launching around October, I think. And it's really cool to be participating in this. And the next event that we will be participating today, and it's going to be a little bit later today, it's this event that is a Twitter space on Giveth. And we will be discussing the importance of mental health and talking a little bit around what are we doing around this. So I think Angie and I will be participating here, and this will be at 4 p.m. my time, but I think it's going to be then at 11 p.m. Europe. I think if you copy the link to the tweet, this shows your local time. So it's going to be, for me right now it's 10 a.m. So it's going to be at 4 p.m. It's going to be in 6 hours. So we have three calls today. The TE Fundamentals course, the TE Intro to TE call is not here, but it's after the Weaver DAO call. We also had the Gravity website, but I think that we are not going to have it today because we already have this event. But I told Durgadas that it would be really cool to reschedule it, so I will be saying maybe if we can do it on Friday. If we can do it on Friday, and that way we, even though that we are having a lot of presentations, we don't leave apart the other things that we are working on our infrastructure. Okay, this is this week. These are the events on this week, but we have other events next week that are really important to participate. That one of them is with Contessa. I will be sharing this. Okay. Contessa was an extraordinary person that we met in the Graviton training. And Contessa participates in this community that it's Odyssey, that it also is a DAO, Odyssey DAO. And she told us that it would be really cool if we can have an event to talk about conflict management in DAOs to their community. So this is at September 14. This is next week. Next week on Wednesday at 12 p.m. PST. I think that it's 2 p.m. my time. on next Wednesday. But I will be copying all this. I think there's already a tweet to this to follow up, but it would be really cool. Okay, now next week, Wednesday with Contessa. It's amazing that we are doing this because our intention is always to try to raise awareness and to make people know about the importance of conflict management in their communities, in their projects. So next Wednesday we have this event with Contessa, and Bianca, you are invited. Also Durgadas is invited. The idea is to have a very informal talk. This is not so much of a presentation per se. It's going to be a Twitter space. I don't know if Contessa had already tweeted about this, but if she had done, we would reply, or we have to make a tweet announcing this event. Maybe she hasn't, but I will talk with her. But look, she claimed the third generation Graviton POAP, that it's the certificate of having done the training around conflict management. Okay, this is Wednesday and Wednesday 14th. And we have two other events, one on Thursday, the 15th, and it's something that we are planning with some of the Aragon guys. Welfare at Web3. And we will be talking about welfare at work, because that's an issue, a gray area in DAOs, like human resources solutions and expectation settings. Like sometimes people start participating in a DAO with an expectation, and sometimes that expectation is not met or is not communicated. And around all this is all related to financial expectations and for example health expectations. The fact that people working in DAOs doesn't have normally healthcare, and some of these expectations that people when enter into the space, or like security. Here we all work based on proposals. So okay, if you pass a proposal, you have funds to work, but if you end that work and you have no other proposal to do, then you can like have no security around your work. And that takes us also to a constant innovation that also like puts pressure on us, like that you always have to be creating value on a and proving that value on a proposal, so that you can continue working, and that's difficult. And also building trust, hiring and firing, because hiring and onboarding is always easy, but there's always like maybe there's people that is not doing their work or their role correctly. So here we talk about firing, but it's more like offboarding and dealing with hardship. Like for example, what do we do with people who maybe spend 2 or 3 months working on a proposal, and maybe their proposal didn't pass, or for example, for someone who had a familiar who had a disease or something. Like how do we deal with these things? Pregnancy, like holidays, and how do we deal with this? So it would be a really interesting discussion. For this discussion, we have 3 people. Ben Perez, that is from Aragon. We have Daniel Ospina, that is also from Aragon, but he has participation in other communities. And Loie Taylor. Lowy has participated in some of our Graviton trainings, and she's amazing. So yeah, it's also interesting. Like maybe a DAO hired a lot of people, but then the bear market started, and the DAO no longer had the funds to sustain all those expenses. Or, for example, there were some agreements, and then there are no funds to pay those agreements. So how do we deal in this? And all these are things that happen in DAOs. Like maybe today you start working with Gravity, and in 4 months we run out of funds, and we submit a proposal, and the proposal doesn't pass, and we all can, and if the proposal doesn't pass and in 4 months we run out of funds, we all don't have that security, and that's something that can happen. So that's why every day we have to validate our work. But it's possible that if we don't get funded in some months, it's possible that we have to look for new ways of receiving funds. We are already thinking of multiple strategies, because it's a possibility. It's not a security that we will have continuous funding all the year and every year. So with that, this is the event that we will be having on September 15th. Acid Laser is working on the designs, but the thing is that when he did the design, we had another time thought. So these flyers need to be updated in two things. This flyer needs to be updated. One, that it's not in the Gravity voice channel, it's a Twitter space. It's a Twitter space, it's not in the Gravity voice channel. Flyer to be updated. And it's not at 8 p.m. UTC, it's at 1 p.m. UTC. That's on Thursday. Really interesting topics. Like, okay, all what I have been talking, like, okay, now you start working in Gravity and you think, oh, I am gonna work in Gravity for long term. But it's a reality and a possibility that if we don't receive any more fundings, it's going to be harder to have that sustainability in Gravity, and maybe we can have like 1 month of reduced operations, and then if we receive funds 1 month after, then we can resume, and well, that on the Thursday. And on Friday we also will have a continuation on this same thread, because this thread is so interesting, that we will be having another talk, and these ones are around some good practices, benefits, and healthcare protection for DAO contributors. And for here we will have as guests Bill Warren from Opolis and someone from the Work DAO, who are organizations that are trying to be that bridge between the Web3 world and the healthcare systems in countries. They, for example, Opolis right now has only coverage on the United States, but it's an interesting project for us to know. So it's like an employment cooperative, and here, for example, you can receive some of the like things of health and dental insurance and an automated payroll, and this way like it can be a bridge between the decentralization and the Web3 world, and how like all these services are managed through local um, service providers. So it's like a bridge, and it's interesting because in the first day we will be talking about some of the problems, and here we will not only be talking about solutions, because this is not an end solution, this is just a bridge, but it will be also interesting to know actually what is happening right now towards these topics. So it's like, okay, what is being done right now? It's not the end result. And for example, it's just Opolis is just right now in the United States, but it's something that it's been done towards this end. So it's interesting. So with this, I've been talking you about 6 events that we will be having between these 2 weeks, and I hope that I can have like support on the coordination of all this from you, especially Araujo and Bianca, who are people that are more frequent and more engaged in Gravity, and for you, Baida, to know that you are completely invited to any of these events that that I am mentioning and that we are organizing and we will be doing.
Juan, I have a question.
Yes.
Those last two events on the 15th and 16th are gonna happen our Twitter space in Gravity?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to create like a space for it.
Like what? Sorry?
We need to create a space for it.
Yes. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, I can work on it.
How do you create a Twitter space? I don't know. If you can help me, that would be amazing.
Okay, I can do it. I think it's easier to do on the mobile to create the space.
Yeah, you told me that it's better to download the app, but I use it on the website.
Yeah, it's okay. I can handle that.
Okay, well, that on the events. So this is like a calendar thing. 6 events in 2 weeks. Nice. Besides that, on some of the other topics that we've been talking about, Baida, we are having this survey that I am pasting right now. That it would be really cool if you can help us with, because we are making this research on psychology and mental health on the people working on Web3 projects, and it would be great to know how has been your experience. We are right now on the phase of gathering information, and we hope that within the next proposal we can have funds to analyze this data and have an academic document written. Besides that, we have more or less been working on this second proposal, but in these past weeks we have had some change on the approach that we had, because in this proposal we were thinking on asking all the funds to the TC, but I have been talking with Mert and with Mitch to use something called the proposal inverter, that it's a tool that can help us receive funds from multiple communities to one proposal. So that will help us a lot to us as because we are someone who are providing services to a lot of communities, but right now only the TEC is funding us. So what would make more sense is that a lot of communities fund us, so that our services are provided to a lot of communities. It's not like, because yeah, if only the TC is funding us, the TC is funding a public good for a lot of people. But the idea of the proposal inverter is that we can fund public goods through the proposal inverter, and that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you are very much aware of the proposal inverter, but I will talk a little bit about this. So the prime DAO proposal inverter development. Let's see. Okay, they have a lot of things here. But let's see. No, not this one. Let's see if this one. Oh no. There was, okay, let's look for this. So, article, this one. This one is amazing. This one. Perfect. Right now, if only the TEC funds us, the TEC is funding something that the product is being distributed between multiple communities. If only the TEC funds us, yeah, the TEC is funding through a proposal in the gardens. We only the TEC will be funding something that will impact other communities. So by using the proposal inverter, what we will do is that we will make a recurring pool of funds that will be filled by multiple communities, and those same communities and other communities can benefit from the services that we are providing, because we are not only a working group to the TC, and our area of impact right now is not only the TC. Right now our area of impact is wider, and we are trying to look ourselves as a DAO born in the TC that is very close to the TC, but that ultimately ends up being a public good in the space. Okay. So we are thinking not only using the TC, and we are on the first contacts with the proposal inverter team. There's only one thing that I am like a little bit afraid with this, and is that the proposal inverter team said that their launch should be late October, early November, and our timeline is a little bit like from the funds we have like 2-3 months more of operations. So we will be like very on the edge if we wait for the proposal inverter. But yeah, it's a conversation, and all of you are invited to be in this conversation on the proposal inverter. Actually, I created, not I, but the proposal inverter guys, and I have a Telegram chat. So I can invite, I will invite you, Bianca. What is your Telegram handle, Bianca?
It's my name, Bianca Gadelha.
Okay, to invite you. Okay, I found you. Perfect. Just added you to this chat. And yeah, the idea is to have follow up on this. We are on the first contact with the proposal inverter team. It can make sense for the way and the services and the value we are creating to use the proposal inverter, but let's see if the times like match with our roadmap. If not, what we could do is to submit like a smaller proposal, waiting for the proposal inverter, or yeah, we need to find this out and do some math also with the budget that we have. But I think it would be really cool if we do it with the proposal inverter, and with this we will fund our operations, and hopefully through the proposal inverter or through the TC we can then submit the second proposal that is more focused on the launch of our token, because we are also launching our token, and these POAPs are will be taken into account for an initial distribution. Yeah, those were the topics that I had for today. Does any of you have another topic that you want to bring to the table?
Well, I didn't get the invitation on Telegram. I don't know if you sent it.
I think I did. Let me add. Maybe it's because I am not the owner. I will tell the guys to add you.
Okay. Twitter space. Should we wait until we have the graphic from Acid Laser to create this space?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's wait. Okay, I just told them to invite you. And with that, then let's use the 5 minutes of this call, the last 5 minutes of this call, to make the card game. I love to make the card game in this call. And yeah, today we were supposed to have the website meeting, but I think it will be moved to Friday because we have this Weaver DAO event at the same time. And I think this week it will make sense to have this proposal brainstorming session, because now we are processing these new ideas of like using the proposal inverter and finding maybe other ways that we can get funded, not exclusively by the TC, but like get funded from multiple communities and by the communities we provide our services to. So not only like receiving the funds from the TC. Yeah, that's the idea.
Sounds good. Did you get anything back from Dorgadas if he's gonna go to the call today? Today's space?
I think he's on mobile. So I think maybe he's not at his home. But I will be there and Angie will be there. Also, I cut my hair. So let's make this card game.
How a card game works? I don't understand.
This is something that my girlfriend gave me, and it's a really nice gift that I like to use. That it's Las Cartas del Onoponopono, the cards of Onoponopono. And it's cards that you can take every day, and they give you a message, and then you can read each message. But it's beautiful. The Onoponopono is a Hawaiian practice of forgiveness. So the idea of Ho'oponopono is that there are 4 things that we need to do so that we don't carry some of the luggage that we have in our karma and in our memory, and that we can be without weight in our shoulders. And those pillars are forgiveness, love, thankfulness, and knowing when and how to be sorry. And it's really cool because you can repeat it like, I'm sorry, thank you, forgive me, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I love you, forgive me, and thank you. And those are things that can be healing for you, but can be healing for others. Sometimes people is waiting for someone to tell them, hey, I'm sorry, forgive me. And it doesn't matter if the I'm sorry, forgive me comes from the person they are expecting it. If you tell them, hey, I'm sorry, forgive me, it doesn't matter. Like, they can forgive and move on, even if the words are coming from a different person. And also saying thank you, I love you, it's really important, because love is the capacity that we have, and it's the deepness of the experience. And also thankfulness is the way to appreciate what we have and to also enjoy. I think that the best way to say thank you is enjoying. And if you don't enjoy the things you are living, also you're not saying thanks for that. Because if you don't enjoy your ceiling or your house, you are not giving thanks for having a house, and that's a big privilege. So these cards are around that. And yeah, Araujo, you can take one. Please, you can tell me like, hey, the first one, the second one, the third one, on the right, on the left, and you can tell me.
I think the first one of the right I can. I mean
This one?
the other
This
side. Yes.
Okay.
This is the left or the right?
It says, confío la limpieza a mi alma. I trust like the cleanness of my soul. Let's read what it says in the book around this. Something that I really like is that there haven't been much cards repeated. It's always a different one. So it says, problems cannot be solved in the same level of consciousness that they were created. We need to improve the level of our consciousness. This card invites us to do it. When we face a problem, our conscious mind tries to solve it, looking for solutions and analyzing it. intellect is like a computer and works with programs from the past, the memories. That's why it often make mistakes, like a program that needs updates. But in reality, that's not the function that it belongs to it. The real function is just to take decisions, to choose to which level of our being do we trust. Either we allow that memories run our life, or we take the decision of recognizing the cleanness of our divine being. This is the only function, to choose in every moment to whom I trust my health. We don't need to know which memory is in play, nor understand its cause or its origin. The need of analyzing and understanding comes from our mind, that always wants to keep control. The solution will come from other level of consciousness, and to take it, we need to let go, to give permission and to authorize the transformation. To use Ho'oponopono, it's at the same time very simple and not so easy, because to accept the fact of not knowing demands a lot of humility and wisdom. If you've drawn this card, you are proposed to cultivate the connection with your soul or your superior being, to give them the control of your life. A good means to reinforce that connection is the practice of meditation. Just like walking in nature, making pauses during the day with conscious breathings, listening music, reading books, or simply to do the activities that you like in a conscious manner. This card invites you to let go and to let your inner divinity to act. It means let go and let God act. And that's, I trust the cleanness of my soul. And yeah, sometimes we want to take control of everything, but when we try to take control of things, we don't let things to flow, and by trusting in your inner divinity and in the divinity of life, you can let things flow and understand that even if they don't go the way that you planned them, there's always an inspiration at every moment and capacity to choose. So yeah, I would just stop rambling and give you that message for today.
I don't know why, but that's one of the things I need to listen right now. So next to the call, I'm going to meditate. So I think I will to focus on some things really bad to me. So I need to clean my soul. So that's make a lot of sense. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm going to make it.
Yeah, it's a continuous work we are all the time doing, and for me it's like sometimes I talk about this and I do things differently, but it's also that we are all learning. We are all learning, and I am not good at conflict management uh, because like I don't have conflict. I feel that I am good at conflict management because I have experienced a lot of conflict within myself and in my life and within others, and I have seen a lot of conflict. So that's and I experience a lot of conflict, and for me it's like very difficult to manage emotions. So I can understand when people is in a position when they cannot manage their emotions because they are upset, sad, or angry for some conflict. So that's why I like to give them some support because when I am in that positions, I need support.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it was a great card for today for sure.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. If you wanna say goodbye, we can close the call some minutes early, and we will see each other in 1 hour on the Weaver DAO. Well, if you wanna go, if you don't wanna go, still you know that we will be having some events.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you, everyone. It was really nice getting to know you and understanding Gravity now a bit better. And I will be trying to make it to some of the events and hopefully, to contribute later as well.
Thank you. Well,
Thank
bye guys.
you.
Thank
I
you.
see.
Goodbye.
Bye.